everyone, it's Alyssa from Planned Alyssa, and I'm still here. I know I didn't put a video out last week. I just ran out of hours in the week last week, and a video did not get made. But it's really been, there's not been any exciting news to report in the last week or so, I guess. Just kind of the usual here. Caught up, I think, now with Amazon stuff, so that's good. And trying to stay up to date with stuff. My dad's retired. My parents are retired. They live down in Florida, and semi-retired, I should say. My mom's fully retired. My dad, on the other hand, is not good at like relaxing, and you know, he always needs to be doing something. I mean, they're both kind of like that, but so he still has a consulting job with the company that he used to work for. So, you know, he works like maybe a few days a week for them doing stuff remotely, like from where he is in Florida, like they're based in New Jersey, New York. So yeah, I guess there was an indication before any announcement was made that probably this consulting thing was going to come to an end. And so he knows about, you know, the t-shirt business I have, you know, selling stuff on merch and elsewhere. And so he said, you know, I think I'd like to get into that. Now, he doesn't really need the money. I mean, he's got retirement accounts, and I'd say they're pretty well set, but, you know, he's worried about the consulting thing ending and looking for something else to bring in some money. So he signed up for a merch account and got like approved almost right away. Like, I mean, I remember I had to wait for months. My boyfriend signed up, he had to wait even longer than I did. But yeah, my dad signed up, and it was like, I think within like a day or something like that, he got his approval. So last week I was over phone trying to teach him how to use design software, because he has absolutely no experience with like graphic design stuff. And so, you know, it's tough. It's tough to teach, you know, someone that who has no experience, but it's really tough when you're trying to do it by phone and you can't tell what's going on. And, you know, I mean, my dad's pretty good at using computers and stuff, but again, this is like his first time, you know, using like graphic design software, and I'm kind of trying to teach him the basics, and then like things were going wrong, and I couldn't tell what was going wrong because I didn't know exactly what he was doing there. So it was an interesting experience, but he did create a design and got it uploaded this week, so woohoo. So, you know, watch out, world. My dad is going to be taking over the t-shirt business, but yeah, so that's kind of cool. We'll see how he does with it. Okay, I'm still here. I had a little, I'm using my phone to film, and it fell out of the thing that I have holding it because, I don't know why. Just because it's maybe going to be that kind of day. Who knows? Yeah, what else is going on? I've been looking a little bit more, like I sell on merch, and as you guys know that use merch by Amazon, it is, you know, obviously I got in pretty early, and it was great at first, I feel like, but it's definitely, my sales have definitely dropped off. They're doing all these crazy things with the search, so things aren't turning up correctly. I don't know, you know, they throttle things, and, you know, you kind of wonder, like, well, why did this, you know, design stop selling all of a sudden? And, like, I had a day, I'm trying to think, was it last week? I think, like, there was one day I sold, like, you know, maybe 10 shirts, 12 shirts, whatever, but they were all, like, weird things. Like, I sell certain things, like, again and again. Like, I do sell a lot where I just sell, like, you know, one a day or something, but it's, like, I sell, like, the same ones a lot of times, and then, you know, maybe some random ones in there, but, like, I had a day where everything I sold was kind of like a weird thing that doesn't normally sell, and so it was kind of like, I think Amazon's playing around with something. I don't know. It was very strange. It didn't really make a whole lot of sense. So anyway, what I was saying is just kind of looking at the other places that I do sell print-on-demand stuff. I haven't made one of those print-on-demand update videos in a long time. It's just, you know, I didn't really have a lot to tell you about stuff. You know, hey, it's still bringing in money, steady, I guess, you know, not too many changes, I guess, kind of just it's not like I've been increasing the amount of money I have coming in. It's just kind of been a steady income from that stuff. Hadn't for a while really put any new designs up. Started doing that again. Started putting some new designs up, mostly on Amazon, on merch, and but also thinking about the other places that I sell stuff, and just some stuff I found with like Zazzle, which isn't a big income producer for me, but you know, something I noticed and something I'd like to experiment with more maybe is just trying some different things out. And so I was looking a little bit more at that. I ended up actually making a Zazzle video, which I'll get up soon. There's like weird trucks going by. I'm surprised they're working on Saturday. It's Saturday as I'm filming this. Anyway, yeah, I did make a video just with some tips for people who are looking to sell on Zazzle, really for tips for people who already have Zazzle stores and are trying to kind of increase their earnings, and some things I found that might help you. I don't know. We'll see. Just some observations of mine. But anyway, just some thoughts about that. And yeah, so I did maybe a little bit with Zazzle this week, just thinking about that stuff. And really, that's all that's going on in like reselling news, I guess, from my life. I'm gonna rant. I'm sorry. I wasn't going to, but I was just like, I don't know. I don't know what all these trucks are going by, but no, I guess the fall, like December, maybe around, I got new neighbors next door, and I've lived in this building 6 years, I think, over 6 years at this point. And so we've had, you know, people come and go, and I guess we've just been lucky that we've had like good neighbors here, and you know, everyone's pretty, you know, pretty cool, pretty decent. There were some people that were like 2 doors down that there are some issues with them, but they're not there anymore. I think they might have even gotten thrown out. I'm not really sure what happened there. It was kind of a weird situation because it was like, I think the mom that had the apartment, she's still there, but like she wasn't there, and then the daughter and a boyfriend were staying there, and it was very strange. Anyway, so they're gone. Those were maybe the only other questionable people in 6 years. There's like 4 apartments in this building, and so yeah, in December these people moved in, and like their story was like they were a couple and they were downsizing because they were like empty nesters now. So they'd like been renting a house, and now they were downsizing to an apartment, which maybe is true. I mean, I took them at their word at the time. Now I'm like, I think that was a load of crap, because first of all, like when they first moved in, it did seem to be a couple, but almost immediately there were like 5 people living there, which their apartment is not that big. It's the same exact size as mine, and I can't imagine living there with like 5 people, and not just 5 people, but well, when they moved in, they had like 2 dogs, and the one had puppies. So then they had like 2 dogs plus puppies, and they kept one of the puppies, so they got 3 dogs, and 3 big dogs, and you know, 5 people in a little apartment. Yeah, which was too much. So I had to actually complain to my landlord over the winter, because we don't have like devoted like parking spots here. We have an alley where we can park. There's a road up front where people can park. If you know, I you know, years ago, I made a video even about this. My car was totaled when it was parked out front because a drunk driver hit it. So I don't park in front on the road anymore. For, you know, because I'd like to keep my car. I would like it to not get totaled. So anyway, so like over the winter, it was like these people had 3 cars, and it's like there's only room for like 5 cars in the alley, and everybody else that lives in this building has 1 car. But when you have next door neighbors who are parking 3 cars, 2 of them being like SUVs in the alley, there's not enough room for everyone to park there, obviously. And so, you know, if I came home, you know, and I was the last one to get here, there's no spot. And it's like, you know, the day that killed me was like, I couldn't even park in front because we were going to get like a big snowstorm, and it's like, I don't want to park out there with the plows coming by and everything. And I live in an old town, so we don't have, like, most houses don't have driveways or anything. They were, you know, built before, all these houses were built before there was such a thing as cars. So There was just like nowhere to park because everybody, because of the snow, had like moved their cars to different places. So it was like, you know, there's no place in town for me to park. So I ended up having to leave my car at like my boyfriend's place in New Jersey. He had to drive me back, and like, you know, I was just so pissed off. So I did write, I did contact my landlord about that, and so she did take care of that. She made a rule that, you know, you can't have more than 2 cars in the alley at a time. So that was good. But yeah, so like now I think it's just 3 people living there. Although the landlord has been told it's just 2 people living there. I know because of something she said to me. So yeah, and these people are, I don't know, they're something else. I mean, like, my kitchen has smelled like marijuana since like these people moved in, because they just like smoke all the time. And it's outside, it's not inside, but of course it drifts in, so it's like, oh, lovely. Yeah, and then like I said, they got dogs, and they're not nice dogs. They're pit bulls, and they have 3 of them, 2 of them quite large, one's still like a puppy, so he's gonna be large, but he hasn't quite gotten there yet, I guess. Yeah, they're not friendly dogs. I mean, they can't even walk, like they walk them on a leash. They have to walk the dogs separately because they can't even walk the dogs at the same time, because they're huge dogs and they can't even control them. So yeah. And I mean, at least they do walk them on a leash. I guess I'm thankful for that. I mean, they're not like letting them out in the back loose, but they also are like really careless people and like don't shut their doors, even though they got like vicious like dogs in, you know, a building where you have shared yards and you have people on either side of you. And so there was an incident in the spring where I was like in the backyard just with my dog, like, you know, on a leash, my dog on a leash, having him pee, and like one of their pit bulls came charging out their door. And, you know, thankfully they were right there and were able to like grab him. But yeah, I mean, he was like, you know, inches from us. And then like yesterday afternoon I went out, and at least I didn't have my dog with me. This is just me like walking. I was just past my front door, walking along here, which is like a public road. There are people that walk by here all the time. There are like, you know, kids, like there's a mom next door and she walks by with her young children all the time. So thankfully it wasn't when she was going by, but I was walking by and the dogs came, you know, running out the front door because apparently it wasn't closed. I had to run to the other side of the road, which is like a busy road. The dogs are in the road. They like have traffic stopped in either direction because they're just like in the road. And then finally like the one owner came out and like called them back. But yeah, that wasn't immediately. And it's like, I don't know. So anyway, I did send an email to my landlord because it's just so frustrating. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I'm sorry to rant to you guys, but it's just, I don't know. I've like kind of had enough. Like that was the last straw for me. Like I could have been killed. I could have been hurt. And, you know, it's just because somebody's like careless and, you know, they don't belong in an apartment, obviously. I mean, I don't know what their situation was before. I'm guessing they were evicted from wherever they were before, because that's likely what's going to happen here. I mean, they just, you know, you got to have some courtesy. You got to take some care in what you do. And like, these people are not like that. I mean, they have one car, it's always getting like smashed up. It's like, you know, what is going on here? Obviously, you know, these are reckless, careless people. And anyway, I'm just like, yeah, there's one out there right now. And I don't know. I mean, I've tried to be nice, but, you know, they seem nice enough, but yeah, it's not a good situation. So either they have to go or I have to go, because I cannot keep dealing with this nonsense. And it's like someone's gonna get hurt, you know. It's really a dangerous situation. And yeah, anyway, so that's my rant. And yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well, selling lots of stuff out there. 4th of July is coming, so I hope you all have a happy and safe 4th of July. My guess is my neighbors will be, you know, out in the backyard, our shared backyard, shooting off illegal fireworks and, you know, smoking their pot and whatnot. So it won't be a pleasant 4th of July for anyone here, except maybe them. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm still ranting, aren't I? Anyway, I do hope you guys do have a happy and safe 4th. I hope you guys are doing well in all your selling and reselling and creating and whatever it is that you do. Yeah, thank you for watching. Again, sorry I didn't get a video out last week, and look for that Zazzle video if you are interested in Zazzle and print-on-demand stuff soon. Okay guys, I will see you all next week, hopefully. We'll see. Happy selling, everyone.